Hey everybody, Logan here. We're back with another controller unboxing. I'm actually happy 2024 has now kind of picked up for controllers now. So with that being said, I'm testing the Sega Saturn classic controller, but now with joysticks. So this is compatible with the Nintendo Switch, PC, and a couple of other devices. This is put out by RetroBit. If you guys haven't seen them, I have covered previous RetroBit Sega controllers. I think the most recent one was the Big 6. Yeah, go check that out. I covered that for the Sega Genesis. I'll be using that when my Poly Mega comes in. Soon it actually is. That being said, this should work on it. Hopefully this works on it too. I'll give you an update when that comes in. But we're going to open this up, test it out, see how it feels, see how it works with the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully it works just as well as it looks, because I really like this. This is that Japanese design. Well, if you guys had a US one, or if you're familiar with the US, it's all black. The Japanese one had that white with the multicolor look. I kind of like that. It looks more fun than the standard black. Yeah, black is cool. All black, yeah, you know, when you have all your consoles sitting there, it's all one color, all uniform black in your entertainment system. That was a very nice thing. But with that being said, I like the way this one looked, so I decided to get this one. But without any further ado, let's open it up, let's test it, let's see if it's any good. There we go. Let's take a closer look at that. Sega Saturn, white, compatible with Sega Saturn PC, Mac, Switch, and other USB-enabled devices. Includes V2 original port and USB receivers, USB-C charge cable. Sega Saturn 2.4 GHz wireless Pro controller. So you can see it has all the standard features of a standard Sega Saturn controller with an extra button on the top. I think that's good. I remember the original version of this that did not have the sticks put out by RetroBit had those shoulder buttons. That was really nice. But here we go. Alrighty. Slide that out. Nice box. I like that box. Ooh, that's actually a really nice box. Share a bit of your retro side. So there you go. There's the, ooh. All right, so this is the V2. The original ones came with a standard one. Actually, let me rephrase that. The original one supported one of these, but it wasn't a V2. So here you have USB on the side, which is rather interesting. And then you have, whoops, your standard USB. So we're going to put those there, leave those like that. Okay. Here we go. Let's take this off. Nice, 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 nice. So those sticks feel like the Switch ones, but a little smaller. Maybe between Switch and PS Vita? Maybe, maybe. Oops. So that feels pretty nice. It feels pretty solid. Like the way it fits in the hand, just like the original. Those are nice. Those are nice. And it has your indicators right there. Your Type-C. Very simple. So, let's see if it's got any built-in power. Doesn't have any power. No, so I'm gonna have to charge it. How about that? All right, let's give it some charge and then test it. So I came into a little bit of a trouble, little bump in the road per se. This cannot be used on your Switch in handheld mode. It requires the USB dongle to be plugged into the Switch dock. It's only 2.4 gigahertz, not Bluetooth. If it was Bluetooth, you could use it straight up in, with the Switch in handheld mode. You can't. So what you're going to have to do is plug the USB into your dock, which mine is plugged in now. Once you do that, you hold the button on the receiver, on the USB receiver. It's going to flash, and you're going to press the start button. If it doesn't sync, press the start, select an R button, it clears it, and then syncs right away. So with that being said, we're going to get in and we're going to test it. As you can see, it is connected and is working fine. We're going to play something old school-ish, like I said, with the Contra Operation Galuga demo. Little bit of input lag. So we have a slight bit of input lag. Most people won't, I guess they won't see it or they won't feel it, but I've played through this demo at least a dozen times between the PlayStation 5 and the Switch version. I haven't felt any input lag like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to try it on a different game and see how it feels on there. We're going to test it like I normally do on Crysis, see how it plays on a first-person 3D game. I've gotten Crysis boot up. Now, one thing I will say, which is pretty cool, it's on two different Switches. I was playing Contra on my red OLED. This one's on my OG Switch. And all I did was plug it into the dock, and it syncs automatically with the dock, not with the Switch. So you don't have to worry about that when you're swapping consoles in and out. So if you have it synced to the dock, you can sync, boom, start it with every console that you plug in there, any version of the Switch you have, which is... that's cool. All right, so sticks are nice.
Maximum armor.
Now, no rumble. I just noticed that. Zero rumble. The build made me think there was, but there's no rumble. So, there you go. Now let's... one thing I do want to check out is... options. Controller settings. There's no gyro. So, for people looking for all those extra features that normally come in Switch Pro controllers, this is not going to have all that. This is meant for the retro gamer. It works great on the Switch. It's fine. Everything works well. There was a little input delay on the Contra, which is a little concerning. Feels completely fine on here.
Energy critical.
Everything moves fine. The sticks actually feel pretty good for being so small. No input delay on triggers or anything like that. Yep. I don't know, maybe it's just the one game that I was having issues with. I don't know. So, it feels fine in third person. I want to test it with one more game. You're going to enjoy this one. Told ya. Told ya. It just makes sense. I know it's a Saturn controller. That's what a lot of people are going to use this on if they're using it on the Switch. Where in the world did... okay. It feels just fine. So it feels fine. It feels great. I don't know why there was a little input lag with the Contra. Maybe that's why I decided to test it with 3 games, but it feels just perfect with this. Now, if you're going to use it with the Saturn, Same way, you make sure you use the Saturn plugin. You saw when I did the unboxing. Make sure you use it with that. I've run the other one with the Saturn before, and it feels just great. I think this is going to be my new go-to controller on my Sega Saturn. Now, one thing is, I hope it works with the Polymega when my Polymega arrives later this week. Fingers crossed. Shipping says it's going to come later this week. After how many years? And then you know what? I'm going to make a full video testing out what controllers will work on that I do have, that I think, well, should be used on it. So not just an unboxing, not just a testing, you're going to get a couple of videos with the Polymega testing out different controllers and whatnot and seeing how they feel. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Hopefully you enjoyed my little video on this Sega Saturn Pro controller with the little sticks. It's actually a pretty nice controller. So my overall, I'm going to give it a B+. Why? No rumble. They could have went back and added some rumble. You could have added a little bit of rumble for, you know, Switch functionality. That's it. That's my only complaint. Otherwise, it was a little trying to get it to work right away with the Switch. It wasn't just plug and play. So with that being said, that's why I'll give it a B+, but that's really high. And I really like this controller. I think this is a solid outing from RetroBit. And for the Sega Saturn fan, I think this is going to be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Tell me, have you picked up one of these? What do you think about it? Do you even like the Sega Saturn? Do you care about the Sega Saturn? I do. But thank you guys. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again, and God bless you all.